Hi everybody, in this video I will help you understand the concept of equivalent fractions. So what is an equivalent fraction? To understand this concept, let's take a look at these two pictures. So this one here shows a whole pizza divided equally into 4 parts, and 2 of those 4 parts are highlighted, and therefore this represents the fraction 2 over 4. And this picture here has the whole pizza again, but divided into 6 equal parts, and 3 of those 6 parts are highlighted, and therefore this is the fraction 3 over 6. But while these two look like different fractions, they represent the same portion of the whole. As you can see in this picture, the same portion of the whole has been highlighted. So in a way, these two fractions are representing the same quantity of the whole, the same portion of the whole, and therefore we call them equivalent fractions. So equivalent fractions are different fractions that show the same quantity. Alright, so let's take a look at a few more examples. So this picture here has one whole divided into 2 equal parts. One of them is highlighted, so this is the fraction 1 over 2, whereas this one has a whole divided into 6 equal parts, and 3 of those 6 parts are highlighted, so this is the fraction 3 over 6. But as you can see, the same portion of the whole is shaded in both cases, in both pictures, and therefore 1 over 2 and 3 over 6 are equivalent fractions. Similarly, in this case here, we have the whole divided into 3 equal parts. One of them is shaded, so this is 1 over 3. This one has the whole divided into 6 equal parts. 2 of them are shaded, so this is the fraction 2 over 6. But as we can see, the same portion of the whole is shaded in both cases, and therefore these two fractions are equivalent. And exactly the same thing here as well. The whole divided into 4 equal parts, 3 of them are shaded, so 3 over 4. The whole divided into 8 equal parts, 6 of them are shaded, and therefore 6 over 8. And as you can see, these two are equivalent fractions. So that's what the concept of equivalent fractions means. Two fractions that are different but represent the same portion of the whole are equivalent fractions. Okay, so in this question, we have to select the equivalent fractions of 1 over 4. So see this picture here, the whole has been divided into 4 equal parts. One of them is shaded, so this is the fraction 1 over 4. Now, which of the fractions here is equivalent to 1 over 4? So let's see. In this fraction here, the whole is divided into 8 equal parts. 2 of them are shaded, but if you compare the shaded portion with this shaded portion over here, you can see that the shaded portion is the same. And if you want, I can highlight these lines for you, and now you can see that the shaded portion, this part here, is the same as the original fraction. So 2 over 8 is equivalent to 1 over 4. What about this one here, 3 over 4? Clearly much more portion of the whole is shaded compared to this one here, so this is not equivalent to 1 over 4. What about this one here, 2 over 6? So as you can see, the shaded portion seems to be bigger than the shaded portion here. In fact, if I highlight this line and draw a line over here to the middle, I can see, compare this with this, and I can see that the shaded portion here is more than the shaded portion here. So 2 over 6 is not equivalent to 1 over 4. Now what about this one, 3 over 12? The whole has been divided into 12 equal parts, 3 of them are shaded. So is this equivalent to 1 over 4 or not? So to see that, let's just highlight this line over here and this line over here, and now you can see that this portion of the whole is shaded, which is the same as 1 over 4, and therefore yes, 3 over 12 is equivalent to 1 over 4. So two of the fractions here, 2 over 8 and 3 over 12, are equivalent to 1 over 4. Okay, in this one, you have to shade an equivalent fraction of 6 over 10. So see this whole here divided into 10 equal parts, 6 of them are shaded, so this is 6 over 10. Now we have to shade an equivalent fraction of 6 over 10 over here. So we have this whole here, and we have to shade the same portion of the whole as in this fraction. So what we'll do is shade this part, and this part, and now we can see that the same portion of the whole is shaded here as what is shaded here. So what is this fraction here? So we have 5 equal parts, 3 of them are shaded, so this is the fraction 3 over 5. So 3 over 5 is therefore equivalent to 6 over 10. All right. Now in this slide, we're talking about fractions that show the same whole being equivalent. So see this whole over here divided into two equal parts. Both of them are shaded. So this is the fraction 2 over 2, a whole fraction as we know. In this case, the whole is divided into three equal parts. All three of them are shaded. So this is the whole fraction 3 over 3, and both of these fractions are equivalent to each other because the same portion of the whole, which is the entire whole, has been shaded in both cases. So 2 over 2 is equivalent to 3 over 3, and similarly we have four equal parts here. All four of them are shaded. So this is the whole fraction 4 over 4, which once again is equivalent to these two fractions. So fractions showing the same whole fractions with the same whole are equivalent. Alright, so in this case, last question here, we have to write any three equivalent fractions of 5 over 5. So 5 over 5 is a whole fraction. So we have to write three other fractions that are equivalent to this fraction. So we can simply write three other whole fractions. So let's say 3 over 3, 7 over 7, and 11 over 11 could be three possible fractions that are equivalent to 5 over 5, but there could be a lot more. Alright, so that concludes our lesson on equivalent fractions. Thank you for watching.